Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a HIIT style workout. This workout is actually the sample workout for my Honors Senior Thesis. So I really appreciate everyone who actually takes this class today and anyone who is watching, so thank you so much. This has been a really long semester in the working here. For the point of this workout, what we're going to be doing is a 5-minute warm-up, a full 4 sets in the middle, and then a 5-minute cool down. However, because it is a sample workout here, I recorded each of these circuits only once. So in theory, our warm-up will be repeated 3 times, set 1, repeated 3 times, then set 2, same thing all the way down, and then the cool down would be finished 3 times, and then we'd have a nice small stretch, and then you'd be done. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so first we're going to start with our warm-up. This is going to be jumping jacks into squat taps and then high knees for jumping jacks. I do them the chair way. Feel free to do them the normal way as well. Okay, ready? Make sure you keep your core nice and tight for these. Now once our rest is over, we're going to go into squat taps. Feet together, jump out and squat down. If needed, take the jump out and go right into steps. Out and squat. Make sure your weight is going into your heels, keeping that core nice and tight, and our chest up. Perfect. And then the last one, we're going to do high knees. So you're going to pull your knee all the way up. If needed for modification, do it exactly like that. Take the run out and just pull. Core tight. Good. Pull your shoulders back. Nice. And then you would repeat that 2 more times. Okay, now we're going to jump right into the workout. So as mentioned, each set is going to be shown once, but in theory would be repeated 3 times. Start our timer. First one, we're going to focus on some legs. We're going to start with curtsey lunges, go into alternating jump lunges, and then a crab walk. That crab walk, feel free to add a band if you have any to add a little bit extra resistance, but it is not needed. Starting with our curtsey lunges, so that crosses over and back down. Gotta keep our core nice and tight. This is gonna target more of the side and top of our glutes, as well as our quads. Good. Core tight. Nice, slow steps. Good. Perfect. Next, we're gonna go into alternating jump lunges. So what I want you to do, we do our lunge, and you're going to jump and switch. Make sure you stabilize yourself in between. If needed, take the jump out and just do alternating lunges. Good. Perfect. Last one, we're going to do a nice little crab walk. So we're just going to side step twice to the right and side step twice to the left. Our legs tight, core tight. Right here, step, step. Good. As I said, you can add a band to this one, add a little bit more resistance, hold a weight, a textbook. Make sure you're keeping that core tight. Chest up. Feel a nice burn in your legs here. Our next one, we're going to keep this leg theme going. We're starting with an IDL into a sumo squat. Legs are wide, start close, and lean down. Make sure you're forcing it with your hips. Back up into that sumo squat. This you can add a weight with, again a textbook, anything like that to add a little extra resistance in your dorm room. So our feet are close, we're starting with the RDL. Hinging at our hips. Back upward, shift our toes out. Down into slow sumo squat. Good, nice little turn. Keep that core nice and tight. Back up, down, I'll show you from the side. Really forcing our hinge. Here, backed up, sumo. Good, next we're doing a jump squat. Squats, feel free to have your width of comfortable waist for you. I like a little wider than shoulder width and my toes pointed out. We jump, squat. If needed, we take the jump out here, do a calf raise into that squat. Nice and controlled. Weight goes into our heels. Core is nice and tight. Beautiful. Last one, we're gonna do a squat pulse. So we're just gonna do our nice simple squat. Little pulse at the bottom, come right back up, and then repeat. So comfortable squat position, core is tight. Weight into our heels. Little pulse. Back up and squeeze those glutes. Got it. This, you can also add extra resistance by adding a weight, a textbook, anything like that. Perfect. Okay, before we jump right on into this one, I want to show you a couple modifications for the second movement that we're doing, which is a half burpee. What I mean by half burpee is we're jumping up, coming down into this high plank, back together, and back up. Taking the push up out of burpee. That way we're not just flinging ourselves. Now, if we need to, we cut the jumps out. Nice calf raise. Squat. Hands come down, legs come out. Hold that plank, back together, squat, back up. Now, in doing that, you can still either kick your legs out towards the end or still do that stepping motion. You can vary that just slightly, any which way to make it possible for you. So let me start our timer. You're still gonna have your 20-second rest. We're gonna start with inchworms, so we're gonna walk ourselves out to our mat, back up, go into our half burpees, and then we're gonna end with our shoulder taps into a push-up, which you can do on your knees if needed. So starting with inchworms, our core is tight. We're starting up, we're gonna squat. Reach our arms all the way out, walk out to this high plank. Slowly walk ourselves back together, up, back down and walk. Good, keep that core tight. And remember, we're going by a timer, so don't ever feel like you have to go at a certain speed or match up with someone for a certain amount of reps. Just go until the timer is done. Perfect. Now we're gonna go into that half burpee. Again, make sure we're taking pauses here and breathe. So upward jumping, down into that plank, back up, together. Good. This is gonna train ourselves to be able to do that full burpee, but have good form while we do it. Perfect. Now our last one. As I said, for modification, feel free to just do it on your knees. Ready? We're up in our nice high plank. Shoulder tap, into a push-up. Good, push through. There we go, guys. You only have one more set left, and then our cool down. Okay, folks, so this last set that we're gonna do here is all core focused. Starting with alternate reaches, going into an up-down plank, and then a cross plank. Because I hate mountain climbers, I always cheat. So it's a simple variation to those where we're still targeting all the same core. Okay, we're gonna lay back, start with these alternate reaches. Up, back down. Good. Make sure we're letting our core do all the work here. Focus on that crunching movement. gonna go into that up down plank. At any point, if you need to, we take a rest by just holding a plank, okay? Either up or down. So we're here and we're gonna slowly move to our elbows and then slowly back up to our hands. Good, keep that core nice and tight. Think about pulling your shoulders into your back pocket. Push your knees up to the sky and our heels back. Good, you guys got this, you're almost there. Beautiful. Now the last one for this core is we're gonna do our high plank and cross our knees over at an angle, nice and slow. Okay? So we're up, keep that core tight, and we cross. Good, core tight. Pull those shoulders back. Perfect, now all you guys have is the cool down and you're all set and good to go. Okay, so now we're into our cool down. So again, I'm gonna show everything once and in theory this would be repeated 3 times each set. We're gonna start with a V hold for this. Our legs are gonna come up, focus on centering here. Keep that core tight. If needed, we keep our feet on the ground and you just lean until you find that. So we're here, core tight, good. I'm slowly bringing my legs up because honestly I am not flexible enough to have my legs straight, and that is a-okay, but make sure we're finding this nice balance here. You should feel this in your core. Perfect. Next we're going to target our obliques. So you're going to lay down, legs are tight, and we're just going to reach over to each of our heels here. Pull those shoulders back and tighten that core. Good. Last one, we're in the same position here. We're going to target our glutes by bracing our hips and squeeze your glutes at the top. Good. For this one, to add extra resistance, you can either hold a weight, a textbook, anything with some mass to it over on your hips, or you can throw a band around your legs if you have some. Keep our core tight. And there it is. Thank you guys all again so much for doing this workout today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Any feedback that you guys have for me is more than welcome and I would really appreciate it. So as I said in the beginning, this workout would be repeated 3 times. It is able to be done in any residence hall, dorm room, in a college setting. You need absolutely little to no equipment at all. I use a yoga mat, however you can use just the floor, a blanket, a towel, and then as I mentioned throughout the workout, you can add weights to make any of these more difficult, add bands, things like that. However, a lot of students probably do not own any of those things, and in that case you can use a textbook or you can fill a jug of water or any type of situation like that to add a little extra resistance. I also try to make sure that we're mentioning a bunch of different modifications that you can do, as everyone is at a different level. So for a beginner, doing a full burpee may not be possible, and that is a-okay. We're going to take all those jumps out and stick with that half burpee setting. So I hope you enjoy and have a lovely rest of your day.